Thank you so much for allowing me to encourage you today on Marriage Mondays with Marc. Question that I've wrestled a lot with in my marriage, and here's the question. How do you stay and continue to grow together as one in marriage when you seem to be miles apart spiritually? It's a question that probably you've asked yourself at some venture, some point in your marriage. Here's what I would say, and I'll start by a quick story. When Tammy and I, my wife and I, were first married, we'd just gotten back from our honeymoon. And I was all excited. I got up early this morning, the first morning back. And on the coffee table, I had all these commentaries out, and I had the Bible in the center. And my wife walks out, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "What do you think I'm doing? We're going to have this amazing quiet time. I've got the Lexon and the Strong's Concordance and all of these awesome commentaries all the way around. This is going to be amazing." She said, "No, it's not how I want to do quiet time. I'm good with like Jesus calling and one or two verses, and then we kind of journal and we talk a little bit." And I was like, "What?" We're in very different spiritual places. And what it allowed me to understand is the importance of, number one, knowing how does my wife grow spiritually. And then I'm going to encourage her. I'm going to even take things off her plate to make sure that I allow her and pray for her to cultivate spiritual growth. It's not my timeline, it's God's timeline. And I'm always going to strive, as you should strive. Remember, true discipleship is more caught than taught. So we always ask ourselves in our marriage, is your spouse seeing Jesus in you, in your actions, your behavior? When we spend time with Christ and we truly are transformed by His love transforms us from the inside out. Our actions, our thoughts, our behaviors, the compassion, the tenderness, all of those things are transformed in the beautiful fruit that comes when we spend time with Jesus. So when we are in different places, continue to walk with Jesus, continue to abide and spend time with Jesus. Let your spouse see that in you, and then in turn, allow God to lead and direct and guide your spouse for them to grow at the pace that God wants them to grow. Trust God with the results. Pray for them. Cultivate a heart that says, I want to imitate Christ and reflect Jesus to my spouse. I'm not going to ever preach at them, but I'm going to walk out my faith as I love and serve my spouse. Thank you so much for allowing me to encourage you today on these Marriage Mondays.